Welcome back to another episode of the Coffee and Records podcast, a podcast where we talk about the music industry and mental health. Today we have a multi-instrumentalist, artist, and producer who has been releasing music since 2020. His latest single, What a Guy, has reached more than 20,000 streams across streaming platforms. 2025 was a year full of achievements for this artist as he has been performing at places around Boston. He has been featured in playlists and has opened for other artists. Be prepared to hear everything about the life of a modern artist, especially when it comes to AI inside the music industry. Please welcome SB Kai. SB Kai, welcome to the Coffee and Records podcast.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you for being here. And I have like a few questions for you prepared, but I think I'm gonna start by just asking you, SB Kai.
Yeah.
How did you came to like have that name as an artist?
Yeah, it's a funny story. So I wanted to put my name originally just under the name Kai, but as it turns out, there's like 1,000 other Kais across like streaming platforms, which was like kind of surprising because I feel like that's like, I don't know, a name more on like the rarer side perhaps. But yeah, no, I put my first song up on like Spotify and stuff, and it got put under someone else's artist. And I was like, oh, and so I tried to take it off, and it said something about like metadata. I couldn't like re-release it again, which turns out I just need to like change the title or something, and that would have been fine. But I ended up making this song from scratch to put it back up.
Right.
And so I was brainstorming with my mom actually, and she was like, oh, why not like Space Boy Kai? Because when I was a kid, I was like super obsessed with like aliens and space and stuff. And I was like, okay, I guess. Yeah, why not? And so I was like, let's do like SB for short, and it kind of stuck.
Yeah. No, I feel like it was a very unique name. I was like, oh, it's interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Haven, Connecticut.
Oh, that's cool. And how did you like came to decide to being an artist in the first place and do what you do right now?
Oh my gosh. Wow. I think it started when I was 7. I was given a keyboard for Christmas. And so for a while I was just like experimenting on it, like, you know, playing songs that my mom would play around the house. At that point, I didn't think that I was going to be like doing music full time. It was more of just like a hobby. I thought I was going to be doing like acting and stuff. Also thought I was going to be a game designer. I thought I was going to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But
I don't know. With every single profession that I saw myself doing, it always came back to music. When I was doing like theater, I was going back and I was playing the songs on keys. When I was doing the game design stuff, I was planning like the songs on keys and stuff like that. It wasn't until I think around like early high school where we started using like DAWs. Like they taught us like GarageBand, and then I started like getting like using DAWs back at home. And I think it was around like 2020 at this point, I started like posting the beats I had like on like TikTok and stuff, and started getting like a lot of traction.
Yeah.
And then people were like, oh, when is this coming to Spotify? I'm like, I have no idea how to do that. And so I ended up looking it up, and yeah, the rest is history. I put my first song out like May 2020. And yeah, that's it.
It's cool that you like they taught you how to use DAWs in high school.
Yeah, no, that was really cool.
That is so cool. I'm thinking about me in high school. I'm like, I had no idea. Like I kind of just taught myself how to use GarageBand, but like it was nothing like So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. It was part of like our general music program. Just like teaching us like either like how to use a DAW. They taught us how to like play acoustic guitar. I didn't retain any of that information. But yeah, no.
Yeah, that's cool. And growing up in Connecticut, you said, is it like, I've never been to Connecticut, but like, did you like grow up in like the suburbs, or was it like more city?
I grew up in a more suburban area, but I was really close to the city. I went to school in the city. So I was around, I'm actually like in like the neighboring like city in Connecticut or in New Haven,
Mm-hmm.
called Hamden, and so that was like, yeah, a very suburban area for sure. Like the part
Okay.
that I was at, but I would always take the train or take the bus down to like the city, like downtown New Haven. So I was around like that area a lot.
Yeah, so you had like both experiences
Yeah,
with
for
city and
sure.
okay. I see. And so since you mentioned you started like using DAWs and like producing beats and stuff,
Hmm.
which is like your favorite aspect of making music apart from like I know like you're singing, but you're
Hmm.
also producing, right? Because you're also a producer.
Yeah, I am.
So what would you like what's your favorite aspect of that?
Oh, of producing?
Of everything. Like what do you like the most? Singing, recording vocals, recording or making beats?
Um, I guess. Oh man, because it's like I love almost every part of it. I guess that like the vocal production was probably like my least favorite because it's like, oh man, I have to do vocals. But like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, the entire process of making music is so much fun to me. I love the idea of like having an idea in my head and being able to get it out and it be accurate to like what's in my head.
Yeah.
Um, but if I had to choose one aspect, I would have to say the drums. I
Yeah.
come from making like a lot of like hip hop beats, and so that still it still plays a role in my production today.
Mm-hmm.
Just like drum production, making sure those drums like are bouncy, really like make people's head bop. Yeah,
Do you like actually play the drums or you generate them?
I generate them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Um,
wait.
I
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I do either like finger drumming or I'll like program the drums myself.
Yeah.
Just like with like one shots and stuff like that.
That's cool. What's your major?
Oh gosh,
So like,
I always forget it. It's okay. It's a double major. I'm doing performance with
uh-huh.
bass, and then I am double majoring in pro music with tracks in electronic performance and music production.
Wow. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
It's a little
that's
crazy,
crazy.
but I don't know. I like it. It's what I love to do.
Yeah, electronic music. Yeah, I feel like it suits. I mean, listening to your music, it suits you. Like
Thank
it
you.
makes a lot of sense. Um, and I know that you also like as part of as the management club, I've seen you like perform live and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, I wasn't actually there. I'm just like seeing through social
No,
media.
for sure, for sure.
But what do you want people to like feel after listening to your music on streaming platforms or watching you live?
Huh. I never really thought of that. Um, for the longest, I've told people that I didn't really make music for other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly for me. A lot of my music serves to like I don't know reflect on like past events or how I'm feeling or things like that. I guess if people who are to listen to my music, I would hope that they could relate to the material given, or I don't know, just like something to get their day going. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't
Oh.
know. Whatever it makes you feel. I think that's the beauty of like art,
Mm-hmm.
being it's like it's whatever you want to feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What is it about like uh performing live that you like the most?
Being able to turn my brain off, low key.
Oh.
Like I don't know. I get really nervous and I'm a very socially awkward person like outside of the stage. And
Uh-huh.
so I don't know, whenever I get on stage, I feel like a completely different person. I'm not thinking, I'm not using my head. It's really just like I don't know. I feel like a vessel in a way. I don't know.
Really?
It's I don't know. It's cool not having to think, just having fun on
Mm-hmm.
stage. Especially like my band is all like good friends of mine, so
Yeah.
it's hardly like a professional thing. It's really just like I'm jamming out with my friends.
Yeah.
I enjoy that a lot.
That's such a cool thing. Like, cause I used to like perform too, and I'll be
Mm,
like all in my head. Like for me, it's not about stopping like thinking. No, I was like, oh my god, what if this wrong goes
yeah.
wrong, and what if I forget the lyrics? But it's really cool to like. I mean, I guess you're just more used to it, but it's really cool to like hear how like you kind of like shut your brain off and just Yeah, super cool. I wanted to ask because I've seen this Instagram post of you.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like super great topic to discuss. So you decided to stop releasing music in Spotify.
I did. Yeah.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Yeah. This discussion started for me back in like maybe 2024, early 2025. I found myself just very disappointed in Spotify's like payout. They had just released a policy or an update to their policy where you have to make over 1,000 streams before you start getting paid for the work that you have up there.
Yeah.
And that already sucked because I already wasn't making a lot off of streams.
What was like the limit before?
There was no limit. It was just like whatever
okay.
streams that you got, that was the revenue that you got, which makes sense.
Makes sense.
But yeah, no, with the payout already being so low, I was really, really like disappointed, or just not even disappointed. Like that's such an understatement. Finding out that Daniel Ek, the CEO, invested over like I think it was 700 million into like AI weapons manufacturing. And then the oversaturation of just like AI artists and bands that they're putting up there. And now where they're able to make derivative work out of your art up there. And so it's just like, that's completely insane. So I can't in good conscience like put my music up there or continue to release music up there. I think the only thing that's really stopped me from removing my music altogether from there, like my past releases, is that I have people who are like still like really big fans of my music, and who are still on Spotify because it's just like that's what they use. You know, they have like all their stuff up there, and I don't want to like punish them for like my decision, and that's definitely been the hardest part of it all. I to this day, like I get like people saying like, "Oh, when are you putting your music back on Spotify? When are you putting it back on Spotify?" I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's awful. So, no, it's been a fun challenge with me, you know, my managers trying to figure out a way to, you know, still connect with those people. Just
because I'm assuming like there's for example, I've got to admit I only use like I don't have any other streaming platform.
For sure.
And so for me, like I when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, like what, didn't you feel like scared of losing like part of your fans?
Oh, I was terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no. And I, even now, like I definitely feel like I would have been in a much better spot had I not stopped releasing music on Spotify.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that can't be the one route to success. And I will say that since then, you know, I don't know, I do feel like I have been in a much better spot, you know, since you know, since I've stopped releasing. I feel like it's given me the chance to further connect with the people like in person. Yeah, no. So
Yeah, totally. And like you mentioned like AI, and like I know like now streaming platforms and other companies are implementing AI. It's a tricky thing. It's a tricky
For sure.
thing, and now it's just kind of like how can we adapt? So what I wanted to ask you is that how would you say AI is impacting your career as an artist?
That's a good question. I feel like, I guess as of right now, it's not the biggest impact like in like my music personally. I just think on like in terms of like the industry in general, you know, it has a much bigger impact. Yeah, no, I mean, for one, just like the use being able to like Spotify being able to take my work and be able to feed it into AI. I think that's one.
And you like, that's like a question I had.
Yeah.
I like, oh, like, do you get like paid or something for
No.
the AI usage? Like, Because don't you have like to sign an agree? I mean, this is me just thinking. I heard that you like sign something like an agreement, or you do something with that, and it like you kind of like can allow AI to use your music, but then you get credit for it or something like that.
I haven't heard about that one. No.
Okay. Well, maybe
But-
it's like a new thing that, because that's the thing. Like AI now can like take whatever is it that is out there and put it like make brand music from existing music that people made.
Yeah.
So that's unfair. But what companies are now doing is that it's either included in a distribution deal or something, that you're basically agreeing to say AI can use this as far as I'm getting paid for it. So you're pretty much getting paid for whatever AI uses on your song.
Yeah.
But
It's just like, I'd rather you not use the thing at all.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And also like this is new, so I don't think
Yeah.
this is like something like, set in stone. But I was like just wondering, because maybe like you signed something or
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't signed anything in that regard.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I think in general, just like just watching the acceptance of AI, I think it's, and I will say that when it was first introduced, like ChatGPT and stuff, I thought it was cool. Like I was like, oh yeah,
Right.
like wow, this thing has like all the answers. I can use it to, I can ask it to make a chord progression or something like that. I never did that.
Yeah.
For the record, I never did that. But just like the idea,
like, as artists, like chord progression, like we can make this.
Yeah, no. So like I do know people who have like used AI, who have like either like fed their songs into AI and like watched them like enhance the song, or give them ideas on like how to improve it. But I feel like it just like, it takes away from the creative process. It makes the art feel less real. It takes away the feeling.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather not have that.
Right. Yeah. And also I feel like you as an artist, just like, wow. And not even like only as an artist. I feel like anything, as seeing AI do something that you can do or you're supposed to do,
For
like
sure.
This is your job. It's just kind of like, now what do I do?
Yeah.
So it's very frustrating. So yeah, that's why I was curious about asking you about that. How are you adapting yourself to the reality of being an artist in today's world?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I feel like so much has changed in regards to like, now not talking more about AI, but like kind of like talking about being an artist and having to promote your music in social media, and just pretty much dealing with streaming platforms. So how have you like adapted? Like, do you really like promoting social media, and how does like your work? I know you have managers, but how does like your work revolve around that?
I hate promoting my work. In the perfect world, I would be able to fall off the face of the earth and let the music speak for itself.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my biggest disappointments with like just making music today, being an artist today. Having to be the artist as well as like the promoter, doing the marketing and stuff like that. And of course I have two great managers who are like, really helping me out with that sort of stuff. But I'm typically the one who makes like makes the videos, does like the content stuff. But it's like, I'd rather not be a content creator, That's not what I came here to do.
Yeah.
I would love to just be an artist. Yeah. No, not a fan. Not a fan of having to like, sort of prioritize, oh, how am I going to present this song, as opposed to just releasing the song and people seeing it, It's like I always have to like put on a show, or I have to like make clickbait, or I have to capture your attention before I just share the art.
Yeah. No, totally. I totally agree with you. I love how you said like letting the music speak for itself. I feel like that's beautiful, because now it's kind of like, okay, I want to release a song. No, but now you have to think about the color palette and like the whole thing.
Exactly.
And so it's not only about the music, right? And sometimes I think that we get lost on that, like reality.
For sure.
Yeah. What would be a piece of advice that you would give to new artists when it comes to kind of like entering this world of music?
Ooh. Make what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, like, of course, take inspiration, steal ideas, like, from, the music that you listen to, the music that you're inspired by, but don't just stick to that,
Mm-hmm.
like, branch out, experiment, do some stuff that you never heard before yourself. And you really gotta believe in your own art,
Mm-hmm.
because like not a lot of people are gonna believe in your art. I know, like when I was first starting out, like it was trash. It was really bad.
But you probably thought it was the coolest thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I thought it sounded awesome. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. And so I don't know. There's a little bit of delusion that you need to have, uh,
Yeah.
to keep dropping, and then eventually you get better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So just be innovative
Yeah.
and yeah. What are your like your main inspirations when it comes to your music?
Oh gosh, like artists or
Yeah, in general, artists, people.
um I don't know, just I don't want to sound I don't want to sound like corny or anything, but I guess like life in general. I mean, I think being here at Berkeley,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's a little bit harder to experience life when it's just like everything is music. It's music everything, and it's like how am I gonna make music
Yeah.
about music? You know.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess yeah, just like experiencing things
Yeah.
is the biggest inspiration. Um, I don't know. In terms of artists, I'm super big on like D'Angelo. I
Mm-hmm.
think he yeah shaped a lot of the art that I make today. Um, Same goes for people like Steve Lacy. Um, my first song was made on my phone, and that was like heavily inspired by him.
Mm.
Um, Artists like Pharrell, Tyler, who just like taught me is just like do it yourself.
Yeah.
The idea that you don't need to have like a label, you don't need to be like this production guru, even though they are. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like, yeah, I don't know, the idea of just like being able to do it in your garage or do it in your room. Um, yeah, no, they definitely shaped how I go about producing, how I go about making music, making art.
Yeah. And you as an artist right now, what would you say is like the short-term goals, like things that you are working on right now, if
Mhm.
there's something you want to share, new releases or shows?
Yeah. This year I'm trying to open myself up more to collaboration. Um, going back to what I'm saying about like doing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I took that literally.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the longest amount of time, like I just wasn't open to like collaborating with other people or like working on projects together because it's like I need to do this with like no features. I need to do this. I need to produce everything myself. I need to do this, that, and the third all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of just like being in a room with other people and kind of bouncing ideas off of each other. It's made some really cool art, and I have some projects with some people that I'm really excited to share
Oh,
in
that's
the
great.
coming months. Um, yeah, I think that's the biggest thing right there.
That's pretty cool. And like, what's like, would you say a way that you like would describe your music?
Ooh, um, I don't know, like alternative R&B,
Mm-hmm.
neo soul. Um, um,
Life experiences.
Life experiences. Um, yeah, just like stuff that I like for real. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's perfect because you're attracting the audience that's like, this I
Thank you.
get you, I get you, you know. And what are more like your long-term goals, like your ultimate like dream once you get out of here and like you go and pursue this career yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I actually have like three like big goals. And they're pretty like, I don't know, they're kind of just general.
Mhm.
Um the big thing is mm, oh my gosh, to just be able to like live
Uh-huh.
as an artist, as a musician, doing music. I know that this is probably one of the worst careers to go into if I wanted to make money. So I know I'm gonna have like multiple streams of revenue, which is fine as long as I'm doing music, as long as I'm doing what I love,
Yeah,
and as
totally.
long as I'm able to live comfortably. Another one is being able to take the opportunities, connections that I have, and bring it back home. I think there's a really wonderful scene in New Haven, Connecticut, and just Connecticut in general. Um, a lot of the artists, a lot of my fellow artists and bands, I feel like they definitely could have been in the same spot that
Mhm.
I'm in right now. And I feel they do the same, and I just feel really obligated to go back home, like once I'm done with school, and put Connecticut on the map. Um, yeah, I want that
Mhm.
for my home. I love my hometown for sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third one is just to still be Kai, after all of like the success. Um, I think it was the CEO of Empire who came in. I think it was like 2 years ago, no, 1 year ago or something like that. But she, somebody asked her like, what was her like greatest achievement, and surprisingly, to everyone's surprise, she said, I go home and my mom's like, "You're still Tina," you know.
Mhm.
Um, like no matter what she saw in terms of like fame, success, all of that, she's still the same person. And I would love that for myself if this music thing works out.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool goals
Thank
for
you.
life. Okay, I have a couple of other
For
questions.
sure.
If I don't know, do you sell merch?
I was selling merch for a little
That
bit.
sounds like
Yeah.
I thought I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta stock back up. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, we ran out of merch. We ran out of
You
merch.
so but I mean, looking in this perspective of like emerging artists that kind of like are thinking on doing merch, where do we start? Like if I'm an artist and I want to sell merch, where do we start? Like
Mm.
how was that experience for you?
Um just buy a bunch of beanies in bulk, like just blank beanies, blank t-shirts,
Uh-huh.
and get a Cricket. Yeah.
Cool.
That, and then yeah, no, there's a lot of websites that like make like custom stickers, custom
Right.
t-shirts, stuff like that. So you can always get those. I think stickers are like definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, no, we're also thinking about doing CDs. So I'm actually ordering like a little CD burner so
That's
that I can
cool.
just like make like little like physical copies. I had a
Mhm.
couple people asking about that, so I would love to just like put that out for sure.
And how do you go about selling it? Like through website or just like around the streets, like or
Um
at Berkeley?
yeah. So what we've have been doing is just like selling them at shows. So if you come to a show,
Okay.
like we just have like a table with like where the merch is. Um, there's also Bandcamp,
Mm.
where you could sell like physical copies of like CDs, vinyl, things like that. And then also just like the digital downloads of the songs, which I have been doing.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know about if you could sell merch up there. We'll have to look into that for sure.
What original song feels like the most you right now?
An original song of mine.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I don't know. Like every time I make a song, it's like it's really just like a fleeting emotion, you know?
Like
I
your
mean,
state. I mean, okay, so you write about like life experiences, and like
mhm.
different life experiences make you feel different ways. But like I don't know, right now in the like the state that you are right now, which one is like, yeah, I feel like this one, like I could jam to this one. Just
Oh my
it's
gosh.
hard.
That is a hard question. I don't know. I'm feeling a little daybreak, just like, chilling, having a nice day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, this one's like weird, but
Go for
I
it.
was
Go
like,
for it. Let's hear it.
if your music were a drink, what
Mm.
would it be?
I feel like a good glass of like lemonade for real. Yeah,
Mm,
you know.
refreshing.
Refreshing, yeah. I don't know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I never asked this question. I was like, it's kind of like the like, how can we like equate the feeling of like your music? So
Mm.
yeah. Okay. Like it. I like it. From which emotion did your best lyrics come from?
Love. Yeah, I
Mm,
think most of like my songs are love songs, and I do think it's a very powerful emotion. Um yeah, no, I think yeah, most of my best work has come from just like that positive emotion, or even like in a more like negative context. I think love just has the ability to make some like really really powerful words. For
yeah.
sure.
Which are like your favorite lyrics
Ooh. Um
that you like came out and you're like, ooh, this is good.
oh man. I don't know, like I guess Daybreak was pretty cool. It's
Mm.
like I said heavy eyes watch the daybreak. You sing to the sun and it seeps through the blinds, and it's like, okay. All right.
Poetic.
Word. Type, yeah.
Yeah. And so like being an artist and being a student, double majoring, I'm assuming lots of work.
Yeah.
What are some tips like you can offer to how to deal with like burnout or like avoid burnout and just deal with like a lot of stuff being thrown at you and the pressure of this industry?
Yeah. Release your emotions one way or another, whether that is journaling, whether that is venting to your friends, whether that is crying. All of the above, do it. It's very natural, and it can't just sit in your brain. You will explode. So that's my biggest thing. Also just like having a routine, having a schedule, whether that's like you going to the gym every day, or yeah, not going on your phone first thing in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
Like I've been like tapping into Scrabble. I've been playing Scrabble with people.
Oh, cool.
Like on my phone. So like when I get up, like I'll like journal like a dream that I had, or just like what I'm about to do, and then I'll get on Scrabble, or I'll do like the Wordle of the day.
Cool.
Just to kind of just like, I don't know, exercise my brain before I get started, and it's definitely allowed me to have a much more clearer mind and to just be more intentional with how I go about my day.
Yeah, like be more present.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because social media is like sometimes like
It's
very addictive.
It is very addictive.
Especially when I feel like, and this is something I was talking about with like a couple of friends. Like for me, social media is not even like break time. It's like work time. Like I use it to work.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like, no, it's horrible.
I feel that.
We don't like social media. But yeah, well, thank you so much for this interview. I feel like it was very insightful. Definitely learned a lot of stuff. So
thank you so much. This was fun.
I stayed where I was.